Mr. Leahy, wake up, get off the liquor. The Edmonton Oilers have made themselves a series. The Oilers aren't giving up, and they just walked right into Sunrise, Florida, past the Boston Celtics, who are celebrating their NBA championship in the city, and shocked the Rats right off Florida fans. We'll talk about that, but we are very lucky to have a sponsor helping us out today. Let me just roll that quickly. Today's video, by the way, is brought to you by Vessie. This is an exciting one. I love my Vessies. I've done sponsorships with them in the past. I was really trying to get another because I literally only wear my Vessie shoes. I'm not exaggerating though. I really love these shoes. They've held up well for me over time. They're very comfortable, they're stylish, and most importantly to me, they're completely waterproof. Kind of funny, it started pouring on my way to pick up my son from school, so I whipped out my phone and just started ripping through puddles. Socks didn't even get wet at all. I personally love the weekend shoe because they can handle that unpredictable weather, but especially with the range of colors and styles. They're also really nice looking and, of course, comfortable. They're also offering now the new Vessie Stormburst low top. These give you the grip and coverage of a boot in more of a low top sneaker. So very functional, especially if you want to even leave the trail. I'm going to walk through a lake or something and get some footage for you guys. Anyway, join us now and let's make this summer one for the books. Go to Vessie.com/Ek for shoes, which masterfully combine waterproof protection with urban elegance. And when you start your journey with Vessie, you'll also get an automatic 15% off your first order at checkout. Again, that's Vessie.com/Ek. Again, I love the shoes. Wholeheartedly recommend them. This was a legendary game for one player in particular, Connor McDavid. And in my opinion, his dominance has reached the point where we may be in the he's getting the Conn Smythe whether the Oilers win or lose territory. Anyway, it all started off with a bout of deja vu as PK merchant Connor Brown shined bright on his redemption arc, tipping the puck off the D-to-D pass, getting on his horses, grabbing the rubber, driving on Bob, and beating him backhand as the Oilers grabbed the early lead on another shorthanded goal. And the Florida fans got quiet after this. 2 games in a row now, you let in a shorty to give up the lead. You cannot be doing that, buds. And the Oilers were pretty dominant in that first period. Florida went without a shot for like 13 minutes near the end. And for the second game in a row, the Oilers take the lead into the intermission, but things got a bit more exciting in the second. 2 minutes in, the Oilers score on a Boosh bomb that goes off Hyman's leg and in. An assist on that one for McDavid as well. Then, exactly 5 minutes in the second, McDavid gets his own goal as he scores with the Patty Kane Cup Clincher Classic. He comes down the wing and just rips one down low on Bob that he's going to want to have back. Bit of a tough one to let in at that time. And this was only a matter of time. It felt like McDavid was on one tonight. He was everywhere, taking 2-minute long shifts, still driving the play whenever he had the puck. But just 2 minutes later, Tkachuk gets the Cats on the board with his first of the finals. Kind of surprising to say, as Draisaitl blows a tire and he picks the top corner from the slot. But McDavid didn't like that, and speaking of 2-minute shifts, when the Oilers get another power play, McDavid, with no signs of weariness, casually decides to go video game mode, crossing the blue line, going through 4 Panthers players before dropping a dime to guess who? Corey Perry on the doorstep. That would be Scory's first of the playoffs this season, and he feels life come flying back to his bones as Edmonton takes the 4-1 lead. But the Caps answer back. Just 14 seconds later, there's a big soupy mess in front of Skinner. Nurse accidentally ends up punching the puck into his own net. You know, classic. This man can't go one game without being the talk of the town, and the Panthers grease one back. The Panthers got one back in the third as well when Ekman-Larsson scored his second to make it 4-3. Canucks fans with just big shit-eating grins on their face, but that'd be as close as the Cats would get. McDavid would end up getting an empty netter after a really good diving effort by Tkachuk, but that would seal it 5-3, and the boys are headed back to Edmonton. Just a McDavid masterclass all around tonight. He took over this game like we were waiting for in the first 3 games of this series, and I personally could not be more excited that we're heading for a Game 6 on Friday night. I got to imagine, though, all those Florida Panthers players, they could have been partying with the Celtics, who are in town celebrating their championship. Tkachuk and Tatum are friends. Bill Zito certainly did not seem happy about having to go north of the 49th parallel, but what a game. The best of the finals so far. Lots of 4-on-4 action. The Panthers came very close to tying it up. Draisaitl, I don't really know what's going on with him. He seems to be pretty invisible. The puck was just bouncing everywhere in the first, I noticed. Some were saying it was bad ice, but particularly with Draisaitl, it seemed like he was just putting too much on passes, and I don't know. Shout out, of course, to the Skin Dog, 29 saves. That is what the Oilers need. And Elliot Friedman actually agreed with me during intermission. If the Panthers do win, we could see Connor McDavid win the Conn Smythe on the losing team. He's got 42 points, joining the exclusive club of Gretzky and Lemieux, who have over 40, and that record all-time for the playoffs is 47, held by Waino. If this goes 7, hell, if this goes 6, McDavid could surpass that number. You know, before these past 2 games, you'd think if the Cats win, it's probably got to be Bob, but now we're all wondering. But how about those Oil Pigs? Have they given you hope? Are you back on the wagon? Are they going to force a Game 7 at home? Is the Oilers gal going to show up, or are the Panthers going to crush Alberta's heart Friday night? Let us know down below.